The White House says Democrats have finally come to their senses and realized their position on the government shutdown was indefensible. White House correspondent Mark Irons continues our team coverage. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Lauren. The president canceled a weekend trip to his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida to be here as Congress sorted this all out. The debate leading up to this shutdown was centered around the fate of those undocumented immigrants known as Dreamers. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders says today they were hurt during this shutdown since negotiations were put on hold.
I think that they should storm Capitol Hill and protest there because that is the place that has held up this discussion. Democrats are the one that shut this discussion down by forcing a government shutdown, by being unwilling to fund the government. We lost 4 days over this process of the conversation that should have been focused on immigration reform. Over this CR.
The press secretary says President Trump's position has not changed. He still wants any deal on Dreamers to include greater border security, an end to chain migration, and the cancellation of the visa lottery program. Sanders says President Trump worked with his cabinet members to make sure the shutdown had as little effect on Americans as possible. The White House called it the Schumer shutdown. Lauren.
How soon will the government reopen now that they have reached a spending agreement?
Well, the White House believes most federal government offices will be able to reopen tomorrow morning at full capacity.
White House correspondent Mark Irons. Thank you, Mark.